Hello friends, welcome to another tutorial of C++ in Technical Learning channel. Today I am going to cover the main topic of inheritance, which is first type of inheritance, that is single inheritance. What actually the single inheritance? Here we are working on the classes in the above program, in the already done program. Now in the inheritance we are inheriting the properties of one class to another class. So in single inheritance there is only two class, one class that is called the base class and the another class which inherit the property of base class, that is called derive class. So as you able to see in the diagram that there is one base class which is acquiring the property of derived class. So only one class derived from one base class. Okay, as shown in the figure, in C++ single inheritance only one class can derive from the base class based on the visibility mode. So that particular base class can be access its property, the property will be acquired in the three types of access specifier. Either it is publicly specified, or it is privately access, or it is protected access. So today we are going to cover the two level of access specifier. One is the public and another is the private access specifier. So here I am going to cover this topic with the help of example. So here is the program. In this program I have created one class, that is base class, as the name suggests that it is base, and under the public specifier I have defined one variable along with the one function. So the variable is integer type of x and the function name is void get data. Now I declare the second class, that is derive class, and derive class acquiring the properties of base class as a public access specifier. It is written over here that public base means all the members of this base class will be the public for the derive class. So derive class object can directly access its functions. When it is public, then it can the object of derive class can directly access to the functions of base class. But if it is declared as a private, then the object of derive class cannot access directly to the functions of the base class. That will be covered in the second example. When first we have to cover the public declaration, then I will show how it will be work on with the private declaration. So here is some members of the derive class which is I have privately declared, that y is declared as a private, and the two functions I have declared in the derive class, that is read data and product. So here I am giving the definition of first function of the base class, that is get data. Here we are inputting the values of x and reading the value of x. Here I am giving the definition of derive class function. One is read data, another is product data. In the read data you can enter the value of y and read the value of y. In the product you can multiply the value of x and y and you will get the result in the product function. Now the object will be created from the derive class. So how we can create the object of derive class? The name of the derive class is already declared, that is derive. So in the main function I have created the object from the derive class, that is a, and I am acquiring the property a dot get data. So get data is the part of base class, that is this is the function of the base class, but it is declared as public. We are calling that particular class as a public access specifier. So all the functions can be easily accessed by the object of that particular derive class. So a can easily access the function of base class, which means that this function is not the part of derive class, but it is the part of base class, and we are inheriting it with the public access specifier. So it will direct the object a can easily access the function of that particular base class. So a dot get data can call and read the value of x from the get a function. After that a dot read data is the part of the derive class, so it is, as you know, it is easily access that particular function. After that, a dot product, this is also the part of the drive class. So what will be, let's check the output of this program. I'm going to compile and run this program. Here it will ask the value of x. I'm putting the value of x, y, and after that asking the value of y, and the product which I get is 20. So this is all about how we can work when we declared the particular base class as a public class. Now if we declare it as a private, so let's see what certain changes we have to make. Let's see that I have called that particular base class as a private. If we compile this program, it will give some error. Look what kind of error it is giving. It is giving that the get data is not the part of particular drive class. Why it is giving that error? Because when we are declaring it as private, it means all the members of that base class are private to the drive class. So the object of drive class cannot directly access to the functions of base class. So what we need to do over here, we just need to do that we have to give that particular function in the drive class function. So what is the base class function? That is void get data. So if we put that particular function called over the base class function, means the get data function, if we put over in the read data, suppose I will put the value of read data, copy and paste over here, and giving it semicolon, which means whenever the object called the read data. Why the object called read data? Because it is the object of, it is the function of drive class. So the object of drive class can only access the functions of that particular class. Why? Because the base class is private to that object, so it will not access the particular object, that cannot access the data members and functions of the base class. So one more change we have to do in the main function. In the main function, that we are creating the object of drive class, that is a, and a is touching the value of get data, which is the part of base class. Now the base class is private to that particular object, so we have to mark it as comment, so it will not get to that. Whenever the object call the function a dot get read data, so in the read data function, first it get the get data function. We can give the definition of one function to another function. Function can access base class function can access the function of drive class. So we are just putting the function of drive class in the base class. So that read data, whenever the object of read data get into that function, it will first read the get data value. Means we cannot access that particular get data from the object of drive class. So here we can compile only this particular change we have to do when we inherit the base class as a private class. So after compiling, and you can see the same result, no error, and get the same result. So I think you got my point that what is the difference when we call that particular class as a public or when we call that particular class as a private domain. So thanks for watching. In the next lecture I am going to cover the another inheritance, that is multi-level inheritance. So thanks for your support. If you have any problem, you can comment on that video. So kindly like and subscribe my channel.